Brussels. Britain and the European Union on Friday reached a deal on the terms of their divorce, leaders said, opening the door to talks about Britain's relationship with the bloc after it quits its decades-long membership. The bargain came as British Prime Minister Theresa May overcame dissent at home to find a compromise on the biggest challenges facing Britain during its split. A disagreement over borders between Northern Ireland and Ireland nearly derailed the deal this week. British factions have also tangled over the amount of money they will have to pay as they leave the European Union, as well as who will guarantee the rights of EU citizens after the divorce. It hasn't been easy for either side, May said in an early morning news conference in Brussels following all-night talks. She called the deal a hard-won agreement in all our interests. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said he planned to recommend that European leaders approve unlocking the next phase of talks when they meet at a summit next week. That would start trade negotiations about Britain's post-EU relationship with its neighbours. EU leaders are expected to follow the recommendation. Sufficient progress has now been made on the strict terms of the divorce, Juncker said. This was a difficult negotiation for the European Union as well as for the United Kingdom. Despite the appearance of good cheer on both sides, significant tensions appeared to remain embedded in the agreement over the divorce deal, which will not be finalised until the very end of the full Brexit negotiation. British factions have squabbled about how to preserve the 1998 Good Friday Agreement, which depends on a borderless passage between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, as Britain seeks new trade independence that would typically require a border. Friday's deal appears to kick the can down the road on the topic, with Britain agreeing to maintain full alignment with EU customs and trade regulations in the absence of other solutions to preserve a borderless island of Ireland. May has had to thread a needle between the tiny Northern Ireland Democratic Unionist Party, which supports her weak government in Parliament and wants to ensure a seamless relationship with the rest of the United Kingdom, and hardline Brexit advocates who want maximum independence from the European Union. The two sides also appeared to agree for now on a fudge about how the rights of European citizens will be guaranteed in post-Brexit Britain. The European Union has pushed for an oversight role for the European Court of Justice, a judicial body in Luxembourg that anti-EU advocates in Britain have long loathed as a symbol of lost sovereignty. The agreement made no explicit mention of the court, although Juncker said that EU citizens would continue to have rights under it. And Britain would agree to keep paying its budget commitments to the European Union for years to come, a proposal that avoids paying a single, unpopular amount but would saddle London with EU budget obligations for decades.